Hey, hello everybody, Travels with Dottie here, and little departure today. This is about, in a way, being frugal on the road. Now, one of my essential pieces of equipment is my laptop. My laptop, I use it for my counseling sessions. I use it for you to create these YouTube videos, and emails, and just about everybody has a laptop, right? And let me show you mine. Here we go. Turn this gimbal around. Come on. You can do it. And there's Dottie and George sleeping. But here is my little workstation. We'll show it right there. And it is a Dell 5511. And I think it was about $1,300 or $1,400 I paid for this. Not the highest end laptop, but I've upgraded it with extra RAM. It works really, really well. Right. But what do you do if it breaks? Do I stop doing YouTube videos? Do I try to do everything on my phone? No, I have a backup laptop. And that's what this story is really about. Let's take a look at that. Check this out. This laptop is a Alienware M14x R2. And I bought this bad boy brand new, and it was delivered to me in the spring of 2013. And yes, it's 2025 now. So that's a pretty old laptop, right? That's at least a 12-year-old laptop, and it'll be 13 years old. So why do I have a 12-year-old laptop? Well, it still works. Now, you can see some imperfections. It's like the plastic hinge cover here broke, and that bothers me a little bit. It doesn't affect the function, right? The hinges still work perfectly, and it's a pretty good picture. Now, can you do a lot of modern gaming on this PC? No, but and at one point the keyboard, one of the keys refused to work, and I went in there against all advice, and I replaced that keyboard. And I'm surprised I didn't destroy the laptop, because once you get inside of it, it's very easy to muck things up. It's not a laptop that's easy to work on. It's very difficult to work on, even for professionals. So I know better. I got lucky. I know better to ever do that again. So what I'm about to do is check this out. I have a new hinge cover. This little plastic thing cost me $20 on eBay. So that was, and I Googled, is there anything I can do to upgrade the CPU? And the answer was yes. So look what I have here. I will show it to you as soon as I get it out of all the plastic. I have a brand new CPU. Check it out. So put it back in its case. I bought it on Amazon for about $120, and I just went looking and checked, and the price for the CPU has gone up, doubled in price. It's over $200 now. So I got pretty lucky. So you might wonder, so am I going to take this apart and put those two things in? The answer is hell no. I'm going to send it to parts people. This is a guy I've been following on YouTube that I'm fascinated by. He does repairs of Dell computers, mostly laptops, and he gets down to the, problems on the circuit boards where he goes in and replaces little tiny components that you can barely see, and he solders and does all kinds of things. But he will also do upgrades, and I'm going to send this to him and ask him to do those 2 upgrades. Plus, I want him to take it apart inside and clean everything out. And there's a thing called thermal paste that's put in to keep components like the GPU and the CPU cool. If that doesn't mean anything to you, there are parts of the inside that get hot, and there's this special paste they put in there that helps dissipate the heat. But if that paste has been there since 2013, guess what? It's all dried up, and it needs to be taken off and what they call repasted. So, and also between dogs and cats, there's going to be a ton of gooch in there, in the fans and in the heat sink. And so I'm going to have everything redone. Now, what's that going to cost me? Just the shipping back and forth is $40. I think there's a minimum $129 just diagnostic charge. And then, I'm going to I've also said in the request, hey, if you can think of any frugal additional upgrade I can do, contact me. And if I approve it, let's do that too. I'm going to guess when this is all said and done, this is going to cost me about $500 or $600. So let's talk about that for a minute. Let's turn around the camera and let's chat about that idea for a minute. Now, I'm not an expert on computers, but I'm quite knowledgeable, only because I'm a nerd, and I watch a lot of YouTube videos from creators like the Parts People guy. And Salem Techsperts is another one. So people that are in the business and are absolute experts on this stuff, I pay attention to. So why do I say that? Because you might say, hey, Rob, you're going to spend $500 on this 13-year-old laptop. When I was walking through Walmart, and you get a brand new, looks like an amazing laptop for $300 or $400, like an HP does it. There's plenty of price points in there between, say, $300 and $700. You get a brand new laptop. Isn't that better? And I got to tell you, friends, these inexpensive laptops, I think, have short-term obsolescence built into them. If you listen to these guys, like the Parts People and Salem Techsperts, I'll link these guys in the description so you can go to their channels. And there are plenty of other computer repair independent shops out there, and they all talk about the same thing eventually. They talk about the fact that manufacturers are developing PCs that are made with inferior parts. They won't last as long, and they're almost impossible to repair. Meaning, in repair usually means, swapping out parts. And many of these manufacturers will not sell independent repair people, or people like you and me. They won't sell us the part. And if they do, the parts costs are astronomical, and it makes it, the whole thing is designed for you to spend less money on your PC, on your laptop, and after it starts really messing up after 2 to 3 years, go to Walmart and buy another one and send the other one to the recycling bin. And that's sad. And the laptop that I'm showing you here, that I'm using, that Alienware, this thing was built to last. I've been using this thing, and I occasionally pull it out and use it. They're older games that I play on it just fine. And it is an excellent backup laptop for me. And the importance of having a backup is the one behind me here. If something happens to it, I can send that to this guy parts people, and they just do exclusively Dell, and they can fix it for me. And if I have a backup, I'm not going to miss a step. I can still edit videos. Editing videos will be a little slower on the Alienware, but I don't do really, really intense editing stuff, so I'll survive. Things will take longer, but I'll survive, and I'll be able to make it work. So I'm not going to miss a step in terms of my YouTube channel or my counseling. It's going to work for me, and um, I don't want to get in the position that uh, wow, my laptop's broken. I'm going to have to just order a new one right away because I can't wait weeks for it to be repaired. And with this setup, yeah, I can wait for weeks for it to be repaired. I'm going to be okay. In repairing a laptop when it's repairable, and this one isn't one of those, um, Walmart specials that you get for $300 or $400. It was a fairly expensive laptop. It is upgradable. I've upgraded it myself. I've put in a new hard drive myself, and I've upgraded the memory um, uh, pretty extensively. So things can be done. And even if something blows the on the circuit board, this parts people guy can probably fix it. Worst case, I'd have to spend, probably $600 or $700 on a new motherboard. And that's where you have the debate: do I spend $600 or $700 on a new motherboard and the labor, or do I, plunk down another $1,200, $1,400 for a similar thing? Um, and being frugal like this, there's part of it's kind of hard for me because I'm a techie. I love opening new stuff and buying new stuff. I'm constantly I'm constantly on my phone here, and I'm looking for, okay, well, let's go to um, Amazon and let's type in Alienware. The latest ones are Area 51 laptop, $3,095. And I look this up in similar units all the time. This is an Alienware X16R2 gaming laptop, 16-inch QHD, 240 megahertz screen, 3 millisecond display, Intel Core i9, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD, and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080. And I think the state of the art now is a 4090, so it's up there. Just an amazing rig that I would be really excited about getting this. And here's things aren't going well look at the message that's on what I just wrote you. Can you read that? Frequently returned item. Check with the product details and customer reviews to learn more about these items. So why don't we go in there and do that? This is a high-end, super high-end Dell laptop. And we go into reviews, and let's go into all customer reviews. And we're not going to read the 5-star ones, but 21% of these reviews are 1 star. So let's tap on that. And I'll read I'm not going to read all the reviews, but I'll read the headlines. First one is $3,000 is excessive for a paperweight. Next one is bad battery. And there was unboxing surprise, item comes pre-damaged. Burned my hands on it, which means it got so hot that you actually got like a 1st-degree burn. And then somebody else says, shop around, you are paying too much. And this is a service that Amazon does that I think is worth something. They look at the rates of returns on products, and if it exceeds a certain threshold, it puts that warning out there saying something may be wrong here. So while the little boy in me would very much like to rationalize taking $3,095 out of my checking account and giving it to Amazon in exchange for this gorgeous Alienware laptop. I have no legitimate reason to do that because guess what? I'm not a millionaire. So I talk a lot about how affordable this lifestyle is, but someone like me can ruin that pretty easily by getting caught up in technology and getting excited about things and spending extra money. So I'm kind of proud of myself that I've got this really cool Alienware laptop. Let's turn on the screen there. And let's turn it around and look at my Alienware one more time. I'm going to be getting and there it is. My 7 of my 12-year-old Alienware laptop, soon to be 13, that still works, right? It still works. So let's pull up a game and see if you like what you see for over a decade-old laptop. Now, I do have Windows 11 on it. How did you do that? I thought you couldn't do that. Well, all you really need to do is go on YouTube and find out, how do I get Windows 11 on a Windows 10 laptop when Microsoft says it's not supported? Trust me, it was very easy for me to do. I just followed the directions and boom, I have Windows 11 on here. Now, things take a little longer, duh. And one of the things that I'm hoping for is things are going to take less time when they clean it, repaste it, so it's going to run cooler. And I've got a new CPU that maybe is a little bit faster, and maybe they'll have a suggestion for a new solid state drive or something that won't cost too much. EA Games. But taking a long time to load a game is not a big deal. The big deal is how does the game play?
Welcome to duty.
So we have select account, single player, Dragon Valley, one of my favorites. Okay, we're still loading, and it's ready to join the game. And we pick a spawn point, and we hit done, and here we are.
Hey, I need a ride.
I don't have my mouse on. Sorry. So it's playable. I've played it many times recently. There it goes. And I wish I could show you more, but I'd have to get a mouse out and get settled in and show you and find people to shoot at. But anyway, take my word for it. This older laptop, it's not going to the junk pile. I'm going to spend a little extra money, and I've got a decent laptop. So I hope that helps you with, at least gives you, there are other things that you can take the same tack that I do with resisting spending big money on new stuff and finding out how to leverage old stuff. Take care, and I'll see you on the next episode, the next video. Are they episodes? I think they're just videos.